Psalms chapter 12 and verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And this kingdom that we live in today in Babylon the Great and the whole world is ruled by the wicked, the most vile, disgusting, evil, filthy, violent people on the earth, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white race. And they're being found out. They're being exposed for who they really are. Because throughout history, even when you go into the textbooks and you see the movies and commercials and things of that sort, they would like to put themselves as the last samurai, right? The best musicians, uh athletes. Their culture is number one. And everybody has mimicked their culture, right? The number one thing and the number one people who they claim to be is the children of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the chosen people of the Lord. They would be the angels, right? They are the holy people. The Lord looked like them. The Heavenly Father looks like them. But now, after the whole world, not just the Israelites, the true Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, not, just them being woke, awakened to who these devils are, but the whole world is coming into the knowledge of who these devils are, man, who they really are. And the Bible, first and foremost, the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shah through the Bible is exposing these devils on how they get down and how they really live and their natural way of life. And you're going to see that in this video, where you got Jake calling it out, and yeah, man, just check it out, man. But I want to get a scripture first to give you kind of an idea on how these people were, because they would like to tell you that so-called blacks, well, they don't say so-called, they say blacks, they were uncivilized. We had to civilize them, right? They were swinging from trees, right? They are monkeys, right? All this, all that. They had to civilize the whole world. If it wasn't for them, everybody would pretty much be living in huts and not have any type of, order, right? But this is what the Bible says about them. Before, they deceived the whole world, and, this is going back to who they really were, man. This is Job 30, right? Job chapter 30, I'm going to start at 1. It says, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I will not have disdained to set with the dogs of my flock," man. So Job is saying that these people are so disgusting that he would not even let them be by their dogs, man. And here on the earth, who loves dogs more than the so-called white man, man? Woman and child, nobody. They sleep with these dogs. They wash with these dogs. They eat with these dogs. They let their kids and them eat from the same spoon as dogs eat. As you're gonna see, these people are vile, man. And this was the title of the brother's lesson. They were viler than the earth, man. Right? And these devils, they can't hide it, and neither do they want to hide it anymore, man. Right? You have no idea what these devils are about. These devils are truly disgusting. It says, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, and whom old age was perished. For want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Because these people, they were just homeless, man. They didn't have nowhere to go. Right? It says, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. So they were eating all types of things in the wilderness, man. All types of things. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, man. So everywhere these devils go, man, they were chased out. Right? These devils were in the caves, in the Caucasus Mountains, man. They came out, and during the Byzantine Empire and Rome, Europe, where we ruled for 1,000 years, these devils came out the caves, wound up, taking over that civilization called the Renaissance period. And, that was the time where the Israelites, who they called the Moors, but they were Israelites, were ruling in Europe and civilized Europe, man. Right? So it says, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Yeah, that's where they were, man. They were in the Caucasus Mountains, South Georgia, Russia. Right? It says, among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. Right? They brayed, man. They were grunting. Right? Like, that commercial, man. So easy a caveman can do it. Remember how they look? That's how Esau Edom looked, man. It says, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth, man. So they were viler than the earth. So let's get that word vile. I want to see what it means. Let's get what it means. Vile definition. Vile, it says, is an adjective used to describe something or someone that is extremely unpleasant, morally despicable, or physically repulsive. Right? Man. That's these people, man. It said it often describes actions, behavior, or situations that cause strong feelings of disgust, outrage, or nausea, because these people are disgusting, man. As you're going to see in this video. So without any further ado, let's play it, man. Yahweh Shem Shah willing, the elect be edified. Check it out.
Dear white people, we need to have a conversation about your proximity to your animals when you're cooking, when you're eating, and with your children. Because why would a baby be eating from the same spoon as a dog?
No, because it's getting out of hand now. Is anybody worried about their health?
Why would a dog be eating from a plate of any human, adult or toddler? But more specifically, why would you think it's okay to give your child the same utensil that was in a dog's mouth? The same dog that sniffs its ass. Are we okay? Like, are we actually okay? I know you guys get offended when I say dear white people, but it's not all white people, but it's always white people.
Okay, is it just me, or does anyone else share beverages with their dog? Do that, but Is that gross?
Drinking out of the same cups as your dog, cutting a piece of steak for your dog, and then kissing your dog in your mouth.
Yes.
Beast, happy birthday, buddy. Yeah, that good? Yeah, that good? Mmm.
What do you think, Quims? Good?
At this point, I think we need to go to rehab or something. I don't know. Or I just need you to explain it to me. Why are you this comfortable? Like, why would this make sense to you? The work of the devil is at play here. That's all I can come to. That's the only conclusion I can come to. It has to be a possession. Because a dog and a baby? I'm in the airport right now and I'm verklempt. I'm flabbergasted. A dog. Oh, Lord, it's a fire.
This discourse talking about how white people don't know how to wash themselves is really fascinating to me. And so I want to share my experience about how I actually learned how to wash and what it looked like in my white supremacist Mormon household growing up. Now, I always had washcloths available to me. They were always under the sink. It wasn't really enforced or taught. It was always in the bathtub. And it seemed like there was just kind of like one in there and then we'd change it every week. I was never touching it. I don't know if my siblings were touching it. I know when we were younger, we'd play with it in the tub. But when it comes to washing, the grossest thing that still grosses me out to this day thinking about it is how we would share bathwater. I had 4 siblings. We'd all share bathwater. When we were younger, it was either like 2 and 2 would go, or like after we'd each go in the last person's bathwater. The grossest thing was my older sister. We're 22 months apart. She sometimes would shower with my younger sister. And when she was like 9 or 10 years old, our youngest sister came to us and told us that, hey, there's yellow stuff in the bathwater. And my older sister tooted. And we're like, what? We ended up getting out of my older sister that she was peeing in the bathwater. Now, mind you, me and her are 22 months apart. We shared bathwater my entire childhood. I always thought we were clean until 2005 when I moved to Atlanta. White people don't talk about cleanliness. White people don't talk about cleaning themselves. White people don't talk about lotion. White people don't talk about their hair nearly to the scale that the Black community does. I went there and I was dumbfounded by how much they held each other accountable to their appearances. Nails, hair, everything pristine all the time. And my mom, I felt like, was very much like that growing up. But it felt like...
And that's why, that's how you know that so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the chosen, man. We're not like these devils, man. Right? These devils don't clean. Right? These devils don't... So-called Negroes have to teach them how to wash and bathe, man. Right? So-called Negroes have always had this thing with hygiene, man. If you came around us and you was musty or whatever, we'll let you know. You had a stench to you, we'll let you know. Your breath stink, we'll let you know. Your feet stink, we'll let you know. White people don't, Esau don't do that, man. Because they all smell the same, man. And don't let it rain. You smell all types of wet dogs and SHIT, man.
This was like up like 10 notches. So that's kind of where I learned most of the things you should be doing, like moisturizing after you shower. I learned that in Atlanta.
How often do you change your socks?
Like maybe twice a week.
Not enough.
Oh,
Not enough.
why?
Sometimes I just forget. When I go to bed with socks on, I can't sleep without socks, and then sometimes I'm wearing them for 2 days.
Hygiene is cultural. Because what do you mean you wear socks for 2 days? Because sometimes you fall asleep in them and you just keep them on, meaning you don't shower when you wake up. And for everybody that's offended when I make these videos, hygiene is different based on culture and based on background. That's just life. Hygiene is different everywhere in the world. But no matter what people do, it's only a certain group of people that come online with their full chest and tell us how they don't wash.
I've had a couple of guys tell me they only use soap on the upper part of their bodies because the water washes down, so there's no need to wash your legs or feet. Do you wash your legs?
Yes.
How often?
Every time I have a shower. Notice I didn't say every day.
When I was back in France, I would shower maybe once a month. That's quite normal there. But when I moved to the UK, I saw that people showered way more often. So now I shower maybe once a week. Only if I've had like a big day or if I've worked out. Like
yeah, we were talking about the other day.
Washcloth. What are you washcloth?
Washcloth.
Oh no.
Well, I think it's it's just different. All hands, huh? All hands on.
I do, because when you shave your legs, isn't the shaving cream is like soap, right?
Yeah, it is. I think that's the reason that most women wash their legs, because we have to, because if you're not shaving and then you're not washing. So whenever you're not shaving, you don't wash, you're saying?
No, I don't think I would say that.
I hear that when you shower, you only clean your hot spots, your vag, your butt, and your armpits. Is that true?
I don't wash my legs in the shower. I don't know why my legs would be dirty. They're covered up all day in my jeans. And they're not out. You know what I mean? My legs aren't going out without me. And when I lather my hair with shampoo and conditioner, there is a lot of lather. Mm-hmm. And that drips down my body, cascades over my voluptuous breasts, onto my navel.
And these devils, they got the nerve. They got the nerve to talk about Jake, man. They got the nerve to talk about so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to say that we're dirty, we're lazy, right? That we're, because of our skin color, that makes us filthy and dirty. These people got some fucking nerve, man.
And then down to my Pikachu.
White people have never been clean. Not now, not ever. The entire history of Europe is a story of people refusing to wash their asses while looking down on everyone else. Let's start with the ancestors you worship so much, medieval and early modern Europeans. People so filthy they were literally scared of water. They believed that bathing opened the pores and let in disease. So instead of washing, they simply wipe themselves down with dry rags and perfume. Imagine thinking water is bad for you while living in streets filled with feces and piss. Doctors warned against bathing, saying that it was too stimulating and would weaken the body. Instead, they told people to rub themselves with dry powders or just change their linens and call it a day. These people ruled empires while literally festering in their own filth. You want to call other people savages? Let's talk about their hygiene habits, or lack thereof. They didn't wash their clothes. They just aired them out like letting filth touch fresh air was some kind of magical cleaning method. They slept in lice-infested beds and wore the same sweat-soaked, piss-stained clothing for weeks or months at a time. By the time they were 30, their mouths were full of blackened, rotting stumps. Meanwhile, at the exact same time, indigenous Americans, Africans, and Asians were bathing daily, cleaning their teeth with herbs, and wearing fresh clothes. But Europeans pulled up smelling like roadkill and still had the audacity to call everyone else dirty. Let's talk about the cities you love to glorify: Paris, London, and Rome. These places were open cesspools. People threw their shit and piss into the streets because they didn't have proper sewage systems. London's Thames River was literally so full of human waste that it became toxic. In 1858, the Parliament had to shut down because of the stench, called the Great Stink, was so unbearable. Paris, just as bad. The streets were covered with garbage, excrement, and dead animals. It was so bad that the air itself was dangerous to breathe. Meanwhile, at the exact same time, the Aztecs had running water, street cleaners, and aqueducts bringing fresh water into the city. So tell me again, who are the real savages? But let's not pretend this filth is just in the past. White people are still dirty today. You have to be convinced to wash your legs in the shower. Doctors are telling you to wash your damn feet because so many of you think that you can just let the water trickle down and that's enough. The 2020s exposed how many white celebrities don't bathe daily. Ashton Kutcher, Christian Bell, Jake Gyllenhaal, all proudly claiming they don't shower unless they see dirt. White parents are still proudly saying that they only bathe their kids when they start to smell. Imagine raising the next generation of walking biohazards. You normalized wearing outside clothes to bed, spreading whatever germs you caught from the outside world directly onto your sheets. You go to bed without washing your hands, your face, or brushing your teeth, and wonder why your skin looks like a medieval battlefield. Meanwhile, Black, Latino, Asian, and indigenous cultures have always prioritized hygiene. Africans were using shea butters, scented oils, and natural soaps before Europeans even knew what soap was. Indigenous Americans bathed in rivers daily using herbal cleansers. South Asian and Middle Eastern cultures developed some of the earliest bathhouses, perfumes, and skincare regimens. Latinos are known for showering twice a day and keeping their homes spotless. And yet, white people still have the nerve to act like they invented civilization. The reality? You have never been clean. Your ancestors weren't clean. Your great-grandparents weren't clean. Your hygiene habits, questionable at best. Cope.
I don't really have time to prepare this raw chicken breast any fancy way, so I'm just eating it with a few hors d'oeuvres, just plain raw. Gotta get ready for work. I don't really have a lot of time. Some hot sauce. I used to hate chicken until I started eating it raw, and it tastes just like fish.
Disgusting, man. Do you know what would happen to a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American if they ate raw chicken like that, man? We would almost immediately get fucking sick, throw up, which I don't know no brother that'll eat his meat like that. And if you look like a brother and you eat meat like that, you're not a brother, man. You're an Edomite. Because only Esau Edom would eat some shit like that, man. That's disgusting, man. Purely disgusting. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 6. For the vile person will speak violently, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail, man. And that's what these devils, they do, and this is what they have done, man. Right? These are the people that run the earth. The wicked, right? The earth was given into the hand of the wicked, man. This devil right here, his nation, was given the earth. right? And with them being in power, they're able to cause certain things to happen to other people, man, which you see. But at the same time, they call everybody else vile, right? They speak proud words to the Heavenly Father, right? And they practice hypocrisy. These are living, walking, Esau is a living, walking hypocrisy, man. They are hypocrites, right? They will call everybody else one thing when that's them. These people are, like the title says, they are viler than the earth, man. I'm speechless. Look, this is disgusting, man. This is purely disgusting, man. The damn fat that's on the side. Every time I eat chicken breast, man, I cut it. I clean it first of all. I cut it. I cook it well done. And I eat it, man.
Raw chicken and orange is a great combo. I'm in raw chicken heaven, baby. I feel like chicken tonight. Raw chicken tonight. So much healthier raw. You'll never get sick from raw. Cooked food is the one you gotta watch out for. Fried chicken is the toxic one.
What the trailer park, apple pie, baseball. Oh my gosh, storming the White House type of dirty ass. Only one race would do type of stuff is this. What in the super duper Trump supporter?
Hey, brothers, if you get with these damn white women, man, or Eve, you get with these devils, man. Hey, you eating their food. She preparing food for you, Jake, before you get home. You don't know how she made it. Man, listen. That's crazy, man. Y'all better come from around them people. You know what I'm saying? Eve with the so-called white man. This is why these people like to eat out so much, man. This is why, because when they do cook, this is what you get. Fucking food cooked in a sink. Right? Goddamn. This is why when these restaurants and little side, spots open, who the first one early in the morning, 8, 9 in the morning, you see sitting there? Esau Edom, man, because they can't cook.
Man, somebody should call the police on this dude right here. This is the nastiest. Man, this shouldn't even be legal. Like, why is Instagram not flagging stuff like this? What in the... I don't want no more nachos.
I've been eating dog food lately to save money, and I'm going to show you some of my favorites. The duck one is a good one. Lamb is even better. This one basically is like human food. I don't mind eating it. The canned stuff isn't as good, but it's a little bit cheaper, so it'll do. But this is the real winner right here. Prepared meals. It's literally a whole meal in one. Eating dog food instead of human food has helped me save money, and I feel better, and my skin is glowing.
I will. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of it. Give me the fucking phone. I'm gonna get rid of it. Hey. You got a phone? Hey. Weird as fuck. What the fuck, bro? Yeah. Child predator, I swear. You got a gun, right? Bro? I got you, bro. I got you. Don't fucking fuck. Hell no. Hey, child predator, bro. Child predator right there, bro. Hey, child predator, bro. Child predator, bro. Child predator, bro. Child predator, child predator. Took a video of him in the bathroom. Child predator, bro. Child predator. Child predator. Hey, I was in the bathroom. He started taking a video of the bathroom. I couldn't believe your shit. He was whacking your shit, man. Weird ass dude. Yeah, I got the whole video. Hell, yeah, dude. Don't smack him. Don't smack him. Don't smack him. Don't hit him. Don't hit him. Hey, we was in the bathroom, and like all of a sudden, he started taking a video from in the bathroom, like of him. No, of the dude. Like that dude, yeah, over the stall. He was taking a video. Yeah, bro.
These people are the worst, man. And they got the nerve. Let's get this last one, man. These people got the nerve to talk about everybody else, man. And look at them. You on Front Street, man. You on Front Street, devil. You on Front Street. This is the Song of Three Holy Children. There's only one verse, one chapter. I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, wherefore, all that thou hast brought upon us, and everything that thou hast done to us, thou hast done in true judgment. Because the Lord, he's punished us, and he's punishing us. And everything the Lord is doing to us and has done to us was all in true judgment, man, because we went off. Right? We were being disobedient and hard-headed, right? Including what? It says, and thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world. And who's that? Esau, Edom. You seen it. The proof was in this video, man. They are the most wicked and vile of the earth. So, yeah, man, I'm going to leave it there. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua willing, the elect was edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rukakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. I ain't got nothing else to say, man. The video said it all. These devils are through, man. They through. Till the next lesson, shalom.